So I know I've told you a lot about us and who we are, but I want to tell you a little bit about this little guy specifically. I brought in his resource kit. This has all of his info in here. So I know you had asked a little bit about like how old he was. Well, his birth date's right here. It's actually 6/9/2016.
Okay.
And that will tell you that now this also has his microchip number, which we already talked about. And here you can see that his dad, whose name was Prince, by the way, was only 9 pounds, and his mom, whose name's Charity, she was only 7.5 pounds.
Okay, so it'll stay pretty small.
Yeah, he'll be under 12 pounds. So you can kind of guess. I can't guarantee that, of course.
Right.
But sometimes you can get a good idea of how big they are based on their parents' weights. That's why we have that in here for you. So along with that, in here, this is his health certificate. And this will show you all the shots that he's had. This shows you the vet that checked him in. And also the parent information that I already showed you. And then we keep a running tally of his weight as well. So you can see how big he's getting, he's gaining weight and doing well and all that kind of stuff.
He's about 2 pounds now?
He's almost 3 pounds now.
Okay.
Yep, so he should get about 4 times that, which sounds like a lot, but still, you're talking about only about 10 or 12 pounds. He's going to be a little guy.
Okay.
And then on here we also have for you the AKC registration. This is the Pedigree. So this will show you 5 generations of bloodlines. You'll see that this starts with all the dog's info up here, and then his parents' names, and it goes back generations for you. And then this will prove to you that the dog is purebred. So these are the parents, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the great-great, and so on and so forth. With each pedigree, we also are going to have for you, let me flip through, that's Dad's pedigree, that's Mom's pedigree. We also have for you with each dog the OFA registration. Now
What is that?
Yeah, have you ever heard? It's the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this is actually a genetic test that we do on the parents to make sure that they're healthy before breeding. So with this dog, this is for the mom. I'll show you just on the mom side here. This is going to show you that we did genetic testing for the cardiac, which is for the heart, and that came back normal. The patella, which is the knees, and those came back normal. And we also checked her eyes, and those came back normal as well. So that means that the dog has been screened and made sure that the parents were healthy and not passing on any genetic abnormalities to this little guy. And then we also show you even multi-generational testing in the siblings and in the parents. So you can see that we've been very diligent in making sure we're breeding healthy puppies. So that's for that. Now the other thing I was going to...
What you're saying is if the parent's healthy with that, the puppy probably won't have a problem. That's what you're saying?
Well, yeah, it's going to lower your risk for having those health issues in this puppy because his parents didn't have those issues.
Okay.
So that's why we screen the parents so that we make sure that they're not passing anything down to the puppy. So it lowers your risk of having those abnormalities in a puppy. But heaven forbid something did come up, we have that 2-year birth defect warranty that would cover those as well.
Right.
So that's there for your protection.
Okay.
Let me ask you, do you have another dog at home?
I do not.
Okay. Well, this is a sheet that talks a little bit about Life's Abundance. Now, Life's Abundance is a great food because it's actually made with no fillers, no byproducts, no corn, no gluten, no soy. Have you seen in the news a lot lately about how some dog food has been recalled? You heard about this?
Sure, yeah. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, the thing that we like about this food, it's never ever been recalled. So they do a really great job at making small batches of food to make sure that everything is fresh and safe, and it gets shipped directly to your doorstep. So you don't have to go to the store and remember which food you're on. You just get on AutoShip.
What do you mean?
Well, what happens is when you buy a puppy here, we recommend you stay on Life's Abundance. And if you agree to stay on Life's Abundance for the first year, we'll actually give you that cage kit out there, that puppy poo palace, that actually has the bed, the bowls, the pee-pee pads, all that stuff included. If you agree to stay on Life's Abundance for the first year, then we'll give you that for free. How does that sound?
Good, I guess. I mean, I was going to buy that stuff anyway. So.
Right. So you get a $180 cage at no charge just for staying on the food that you know the dog likes already.
Okay, what was that you said about it comes to your house?
Yeah, it actually ships directly from the manufacturer. The reason for that is Life's Abundance wants all their food to be fresh when you get it. The best way to do that is never to have it sitting on a truck or in a warehouse or at a store. It comes directly from them to you. And that way, nothing you get is ever more than 6 weeks old.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Sure.
Okay. The other thing that I want to tell you about is that this food is great because it actually is for all stages. So you don't have to switch when the dog hits a year old. You don't have to switch if the dog is, let's say you get another dog and it's a puppy and one's an adult, or one's a small breed and one's a large breed. They can all be on the same food. That's one thing that we really like about Life's Abundance.
I know I had to do that before. I had an older dog. It had to be on senior.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Correct. Yeah, this is an all stages, all sizes dog food. So you can feed it to small dogs, big dogs, young dogs, older dogs.
Okay.
And it works well because it's well formulated. So we have this kit that we set up that actually gives you everything you need to get your puppy started. You have the dog food, the daily vitamins, the chewy treats, the training treats, which are great for potty training and simple commands, and then also some canned food, just in case his transition doesn't go as well with the eating. This will help entice him to eat really well. So we're going to go ahead and sign you up for this, and then you'll get on the AutoShip for the dog food. And then if you agree to stay on that, like I said, you'll get that cage kit for free.
So how do I get more?
It's actually just going to go ahead and be auto-shipped to your house. So you'll sign up, we'll figure out what size dog food you need and how often, and it'll get shipped directly to you.
Okay, so it's just gonna, it'll tell me how much I need, and then it'll just show up at my house when I need it?
Yeah, what we do is we do it by weight and by size and by age. So it'll change as the little guy gets bigger. You'll just keep an eye on that, and you can adjust it on the website. We're going to give you all your login information. You'll keep track of it. But as of right now, for example, we'll send you a 20-pound bag every 8 weeks. And then the next 8 weeks, you'll get another 20-pound bag. And if you notice that you need more food before 8 weeks, you just log on and get it shipped sooner. No big deal.
Okay.
It's kind of like your Amazon Prime stuff. So that's a little bit about that. In this kit, we also have your training video. So this is really great video for the family to watch together. It's a DVD, and it just goes over your first steps, your basic training, your simple commands, and things like that. It's a good little starter spot for all your training needs. The other thing you guys want to do, side note, is flip through and just show him everything else that's in here. Make sure you go over everything in the resource kit, especially if he's a new dog owner. That way he knows exactly what he's got in his resource kit. I also have you a new puppy handbook, so it's a good little refresher course for you. It's got a lot of great information in there. Flip through there, good reading material for you and the family. Here's your Create a Pet certificate that we talked about. You get that, and that's good for up to a year. If you need to extend it, you let me know. And then this is your vet coupon. Do you live in the area close by?
Yeah, I live, like a few miles from here, yeah.
Okay, so this is actually a vet coupon that's good for Dr. Malar's clinic. You're going to tell them about whichever vet is closest to you. And for Dr. Malar's clinic right down here, you get that 30 days of medical coverage and a free vet visit. You'll take this coupon in with you. You're going to call them after you buy a puppy, and they'll set you up with an appointment within a week to get him in and get him checked out, make sure everything's going well.
Okay, now what about, like when I had a dog before, I went to the same vet all the time, and it wasn't that bad.
Well, this vet is actually the vet that's checked out this puppy. He knows this puppy personally. So we'd like to get you started with this vet. If you choose to go to a different vet after your 30 days, that's up to you. Dr. Malar hopes to see you past the 30 days, but if not, that's your choice. He's checked the puppy out, given him his first shots and everything. He'd be glad to take care of you there. If there's any shots or regular upkeep that come up, those will be up to you, but any of the 30-day coverage covers any kind of stress-related illnesses or things like that.
Okay, well, I really like my vet, though. What if can I take it to my vet?
You can, but that would be up to you to pay for. You get a free vet visit with Dr. Malar. Take advantage of that. If you want to go to your vet as well, you can do that on your own. But the free vet visit is with the local vet here, Dr. Malar.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions about him?
No.
How do you like his personality? You've been in here with him for a little while.
He's pretty chill.
Yeah. And you love, I'm sure, that he doesn't shed. Less to clean up after.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to get too big, so that's a good selling feature. Have you thought about where you would put his cage? in the house?
Probably in the kitchen for now.
Okay, that sounds good. And then do you guys have a fenced-in yard?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Just make sure when you take him outside, you still want to take him out on a leash and collar. That way you're right there to give him his praise when he goes potty. It'll help with your potty training.
Okay.
Now, all of that stuff, I know we've talked about a lot of things. I've given you a lot of information. The one thing we haven't talked about yet was price. This little guy, with everything included that we've talked about, goes for $25.95.
Oh, wow, okay.
But keep in mind that you get a lot with him. So if you were to look elsewhere and have none of this stuff, you'd be spending a lot to get to where we are today. So we give you a discount on that kind of package, and you know that you're getting a dog that comes from a reputable breeder. They've been vet screened, their parents have been genetically tested. That's all done for you.
Right.
That's a big part of the process.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really love our puppies. They have great temperaments, and we feel like that's one of the best parts about getting a puppy here is you get a dog that's got a really good temperament. They've been really well socialized and taken care of. And just to let you know, too, we offer payment plans if you're interested.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, there's a couple of different options. Depending on your credit, we can go over those real quick. We can go ahead and get you screened and see if you can apply and get you approved. You want to go ahead and give it a shot?
Yeah,
Just takes a few minutes.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, come on right this way.